Merry Christmas. I can do better than that, actually. Do you know I played Santa once? I stood in for Santa at a family center once. I'm a I was a right jolly old elf. Anyway, I got my Pepsi. I'm probably gonna need more than one of these. It's a hot day. I got my trusty computer up. What are we talking about today? Well, I think you know. Hey, boredom. It's Christmas in July, but only if you live in the U.S. Vinegar Syndrome announced 4 new titles that we got to talk about, and lots more. And I guess this means the film noir video that I intended to do today is gonna get put off a little bit longer. I apologize. I still have the film noir. I actually was preparing for it. I plan to do an earlier video. I plan to do this video earlier on today. If you're on my Instagram or any of my social media at all, you know this because I put up videos saying, okay, I'm going to do a video. And then I looked into my kitties and they were meowing a lot. I wanted to see what it was. Their kitty litter needed changing. Hey, Mug. And I had to go to get the litter at the store because we're at litter. So I get there and I'm going to be waiting for my better half because she drives and she's at work. But I think, okay, she normally gets off around this time, so I'll go up around the time she gets off. Don't worry, I'm going to get to the movies. I get there and I'm talking to her and I buy the litter and I buy the stuff that we need, right? Yeah, I know. We'll talk about them. And then she said, well, grab a cab because then I call like 2 or 3 cab companies. For some reason, it's a really busy day. So it's going to take an hour before a cab comes. So I'm like, shag this. I live around 10 minutes or so walk from there. So I take this huge thing of kitty litter and the other bags of stuff that I'm taking, and I start carting it slowly down over the hill from Walmart to start walking towards my home. Luckily, I got about a third of the way there, and the guy that did our roof here in this house before we lived there, around 7 years ago, is driving by in his truck, and he stops, and he's like, you can't do this, man. He said, how far are you going lugging with that kitty litter with? I'm like, it's just down the road, if you don't mind. He said, yeah, just put it in the back, and and he gave me a ride. So, ta-da, and I spoke with Kathy, who hopefully is on here. She asked about Hell Comes to Frogtown, which she pre-ordered. Smart move, Kathy. So you guys want to talk about let's talk about the Vinegar Syndrome stuff first. Then we'll get into the Warner Archives. I got my Warner Archives collection right here. I did contact Warner Archives today. I said, the idea of you doing this stuff and it not being available in the ship in Canada or the UK is really kind of archaic compared to places like Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow Video and companies like that. I said, that's kind of backwards thinking for right now. Is that something that you plan on changing anytime soon? Because you really, really should. And they were like, thank you for your email and for being a fan of our merchandise, which I actually am. At this time, we do not have anything like that planned, but have passed your suggestion on to our design team for consideration for future products. We appreciate your input and your feedback. I don't think they read what I said. Anyway, it's a shame because I really like Warner Archive stuff, but they're very backwards in their thinking when they're getting stuff like that. You expect this from one of the smaller companies. Hey, Horror Legend. But you don't expect it from Warner Archives. You don't expect them to be that bad. But they did. They are that bad. Good friend Vinny, he's got 11 things chosen already. So let's get into the 4 titles. The August 2019 Vinegar Syndrome package. Oh, I just got in here. I told a kitty litter story, which you're going to be glad you missed out on. And we're about to talk about the Vinegar Syndrome August titles, and then we'll get into Warner Archives. All right, so the biggest announcement, people knew this one was coming, but it's still a huge announcement for anybody, especially if they don't have this release, is, I may need this. Hell Comes the Frogtown. Hey, Corey. So Hell Comes the Frogtown is coming to Vinegar Syndrome. And not only that, but it's got a cool looking slip. Feature-wise, it has a newly scanned and restored 4K from its 35 millimeter inner positive, so that's going to be really good. There's audio commentary with writer-director Donald G. Jackson and writer-producer Randall Frakes. Mean and Green, a video interview with Randall Frakes. Grappling with Green Gargantuans, a video interview with lead actor, the late Roddy Piper. Amphibian Armageddon, a video interview with Brian Frank. Creature feature creator, a video interview with FX artist Stephen Wang. Extended scene. Theatrical trailer, reversible cover art. I got to check that out. I'm a big Blue Underground fan, so I definitely want to check that out. Check out his video, by the way. I'm going to open up this stuff here because I'm missing a lot of your comments, and I really hate when I'm missing your comments because I want to be. Then I feel bad, like I'm not doing my job. But that's a lot of stuff. I can check my release as well just to see what, because I got the Arrow video release, and I got the limited edition first Arrow video release that came out with the booklet and stuff. Thank you. So you do. Team Money Man, you know, I'm here for it. Let me just grab my Arrow video release of the Hell Comes Frogtown. We'll look at the different features. I should have done that before, but I'm tired. It's right on the end. All right, let's look at the differences in the features. So this is the Arrow release of Hell Comes to Frogtown. This was the first one that came out before they did the re-release. Warner Archives does have a ton of great stuff. A lot of it's DVD only. A lot of my stuff that I got is DVD only. So feature-wise on here, we have the Grappling with the Green Gargantuans, that's on here. The Amphibian Armageddon is on here. Creature feature creators on here. So there's a bunch of new like features on there. So the Mean and Green video interview with Randall Frakes, I don't think that's on here. And the audio commentary I don't think is on here either. So that audio commentary is new to this disc. Hey, Mr. Toxic, how's it going, man? This is coming out on Vinegar Syndrome with more features. You won't have to pay like $100 for it, like if you want to get the booklet, which was done for me. This is more like, I guess, similar to what you're going to see for the Vinegar Syndrome one. And it looks to be pretty good. So Hell Comes to Frogtown, directed by Donald G. Jackson. That is one of the that's one of the two big Roddy Piper films. That one and They Live. That are two of his big films. There's like smaller films, but those are the kind of his big, him as an action star. There are other Frogtown movies which I would eventually like to get. They Live is definitely the best. One of the best fight sequences ever in They Live, by the way. But this is the most normal out of all the Vinegar Syndrome ones we're going to talk about. So let's talk about the other. So we have Decoder. That's a fantastic film. Do you know, I remember, I think it was Cracked magazine, or it might have been Mad, which is gone now. That did like a One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, you know, when they do their satires of the movie, their movie parodies. And I can still remember the One Flew, it was Mad. I can still remember the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest one that they did. It was really, really good. All right, so Decoder, which I don't know, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it has music by Soft Cell. So I do like Soft Cell. I'm an 80s kid. Now this one is different. Where, as you know, Hell Comes to Frogtown is a 300. I'm pretty sure it's 3,000 copies. Decoder is smaller. Decoder is only 2,000 copies. And now get this, Decoder is only available through Vinegar Syndrome. So this is not going to be something that's going to go to you know, Amazon or Hey Shadow or anywhere like that. Does anybody know the movie Decoder? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't. I don't know it. If I do, I don't remember ever seeing this one here. Satan's Slaves. I actually thought it was a fun film. Did you like it? I mean, I like Norman J. Warren anyway. But Bloody New Year. Bloody New Year is really good. Really weird, but really good. All right, so Decoder was done apparently as a underground hit from German's punk and new wave infused youth culture by director Musha. Arresting visuals, urban industrial aesthetic, science fiction, moments of shocking violence. I get, really? They would, Norman J. Warren would take that as a big compliment, by the way. Co-starring punk icon Christine, God, I can't pronounce her last name, Chernow, and William S. Burroughs in a supporting role. Oh, okay. So this gives me like a Liquid Sky feel to it, which is really interesting. This could be like the hidden gem out of all the ones that are coming out. Yeah, I know nothing about Decoder, but so far as we're going through, this one is interesting me the most. Like Hell Comes to Frogtown is an obvious, right? That's one you like. It's kind of a given, but Decoder really intrigues me. It's that kind of different thing the Vinegar Syndrome does. It's not like Liquid Sky, right? It's like one of those different ones. I still got Liquid Sky. Next up is okay. Let My Puppets Come, which has again is limited to 2,000, and it's an adult puppet musical sex comedy with half a dozen original songs, raunchy dance numbers, commercial parodies, and guest appearances by Annie Sprinkle and Screw Magazine's Al Goldstein. 2 audio commentaries. Sam Deegan and Heather Drain, though they do really good commentaries. This sounds so weird, I kind of want it. Audio conversation with Kumquat's director Nicholas Coppola, as in like Coppola, like as in Coppola. Rare audio from a production of the musical Kumquat's, the inspiration for Let My Puppets. Yeah, it is. It's actually really nice and different. There's some adult titles, but some really good ones. Now the next one, I don't know if I want to say the title of, guys. Exactly, Zombies. That's exactly what I was thinking, actually. 6 Warner Archives. Nice, dude. We're going to get to the archives soon. I'm actually doing the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. So the next movie, I'm going to say it's alternate title, okay? Just because in case kids or something are come on and stuff like that. So we'll go with that. or people have kids in the background. I want to be respectful. Nine Lives of a Wet Cat. We'll say that, okay? It's the first film by Abel Ferrer, who most people know for things like Miss 45, and who made one of my favorite vampire films of all time, Addiction. Thank you. This one too is limited to 2,000 as opposed to the regular 3,000. It has a nicely done slipcover, so that so that it can be displayed, which is good. They're good about doing stuff like that. There is an audio commentary with Sam Deegan, which is going to make it a must, and that's pretty much all feature-wise that it has. If you're not familiar with Abel Ferrer, of course he's a fantastic director. You know, he made movies like The Addiction. He made Bad Lieutenant, Miss 45. I think he did Microwave Massacre, and did he do that? Or no, it was Driller Killer. He did Driller Killer. The Microwave Massacre is a different one. He did Driller Killer, and he did this one that I really like, King of New York, with Christopher Walken in it. So he did that one as well. Now, if you're a fan of those other films, just know that this is his first film, and it's intriguing, but it is of the adult variety. So know that before. Abel Ferrer. Okay, I'll be the tiebreaker in the debate. You know, I may not agree with you like last time, but go ahead. But there you go. There is Nine Lives of a Wet Cat, Let My Puppets Come, Decoder, and Hell Comes to Frogtown. That's the 4 releases for August. If you're just into like the regular stuff, then you're gonna have a light month of it, which is good because save some extra money. It's gonna be two releases. I would, if I had the bones to grab all 4 of these. Oh God, how do you say his? Because he listed himself as somebody else here. But I know this is his film. He calls himself Jimmy Boy, but Jimmy Boy is another name for Abel Ferreira. I think it's Ferrera, something like that. I'm horrible when it comes to spelling. I'm an ex-journalist, man. Spelling is something we all suck at. But I just look up the name Miss 45. They'll tell you. Dolph Lundgren. She says Van Damme. Both actually. Both are really good. I mean, I love both of them. It's a tie. It's a tie for me. I guess Van Damme has more movies out there, but I like Dolph Lundgren. I really do. I think that he's a way more solid actor than people realize. Van Damme is too. Exactly. Well, he made Bad Lieutenant. I'm not sure if he made the sequel. I don't think he made the sequel. The one with Nick Cage, but he made the original one. Yep, Mike, I'm glad you asked. It does. I actually brought over my Hell Comes to Frogtown release. And there are extra features on the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. There is a audio commentary, which is not on this one here, and there is Mean and Green, a video interview with Randolph Frakes, which isn't on here either. Just making sure. I want to make sure I'm correct on that. Yep. So there's an extra video interview with the director. There is an extra audio commentary as well on there, and also I guess the big thing for a lot of people is it's a newly scanned and restored 4K of the film. So this here was a limited edition that was done, and then he put out a regular edition of it. But you're gonna get a better picture on the. And I'm a big Arrow fan. You guys know that. You're gonna get a better picture on the Hell Comes to Frogtown one. Like for sure. Yeah, me too, Mike. That's a serious thought. This is a really good month. If you like the regular stuff, like Hell Comes to Frogtown and Decoder, which I've never seen, but it's probably one of the most intriguing things that I've seen them come out with in a long time. So with that being said, that's half the reason you guys came here. The other half is, well, Warner Archives. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my Warner Archives releases that I got, which aren't very many. Like Blu-ray, really not very many. got one. But I got a few of their DVDs as well, because like Warner Archives do a lot of DVD only stuff. I can't buy anything from Warner Archives. He did a lot of cool stuff, man. He did a underrated version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers too. I think it was just called Body Snatchers, which was horribly framed when it came out on DVD. I remember that. But unfortunately, Warner Archives don't ship here to Canada, man. So I guess, and that's good in one way. I'm not spending any more money, especially where I got the Doctor Who set coming, and then eventually, if that ever comes back in stock, the other Doctor Who set coming, and later on afterwards, I pre-ordered the John Pertwee one coming in October. They're actually pretty good. They started, a lot of them started out like kind of like they're made on demand, and like, but a lot of these look to be more pressed than a lot of the original MOD stuff that they used to do. I think they've gotten more to the press discs. People like, if Logan's still here, people like Logan and Vinny, if he was around, he'd probably be and Steph's not here today, but if Steph was here, she'd be able to tear. She's got a nice little collection of their stuff. So this is the only Blu-ray that I got from Warner Archives. HMV was closing out. And this is, again, I got weird taste in vampire films, but this is one of my favorite vampire films. And that is, stars Catherine Deneuve, David Bowie, and Susan Sarandon. So anybody that likes this film knows what it is already. And that is The Hunger. I know, season 23, dude, I am down with that. I got the box set, right? But I want the new set. I'm getting them all. If they go from Pertwee right up to Sylvester McCoy, that's like 15 series, right? Awesome. That's going to take up less space than my box sets up there. So The Hunger, and this one actually has a feature on it. Like a lot of these are feature free, to be honest with you. But this one has a commentary with the late director Tony Scott and Susan Sarandon. I'm a huge fan. I've never listened to commentary. I'm not going to lie to you, so I can't tell you how it is. But I'm a huge fan of this film. It's a very stylistic vampire film. I do like those type of vampire films. I like the stylistic films. I'm not, if anybody, if you don't have this one, I definitely recommend it. The late David Bowie. I liked him in everything he did. I appreciate that blue corner. My comments aren't coming up as fast on here, that's why. Just so you know. Okay, you're a bad man. Have a good one, dude. Okay, so I got the Cleopatra Jones and the Casino of Gold. Because, one, it's blaxploitation, which we love in this house. Hey, Miss Thing. And two, it's called Cleopatra Jones and the Casino of Gold. How can you not want to have a movie with that name and this psychedelic looking like cover? Pretty cool stuff. Again, it's Tamara Dobson. And we got this time we got Stella Stevens playing Dragon Lady. So pretty cool stuff. If you've never seen any Warner Archives releases, they're all pretty standard. They all look like this. And let's just see, does it look burnt? Or does it look pressed? Let's see, you guys tell me. So there you go. Tura Satana, she was in a, what was it that I had? Oh, Astro Zombies. Never seen it. It's a fun little, it's a fun little kind of blaxploitation one. Really cool and cheesy. I enjoy this. Yeah, I have TCM, but I keep missing these. Next up is one that I had to grab because one, it's really fun. Two, the theme song is really fun. And if you've never watched Brandon Tenold's channel, he's a fellow Canadian that does some really fun and funny reviews of low budget films. He's one of the best actually that does that stuff on YouTube. So definitely check him out. And he did review this one, The Green Slime. I definitely recommend it, dude. Hold on a sec. So I get asked about this one a lot. So this is volume 1. Green slime is really fun. Remember, it's a super cheesy one, right? But it's exactly what you expect. It's cheesy and fun and low budget, and it's got a really cool theme song. Trust me, after this video, like YouTube, don't do it now, stay. But after this video, like YouTube, the Green Slime's theme song. Trust me on that one. So this is the one of the Popeye ones. Like basically, Warner's took these 3 sets and they put them out on Blu-ray. So this is 1933 to 1938. These are the original DVD editions. I think these are out of print now. Really good features on these. Then it comes from 1938 to 1940. And then it is a brilliant 1941 to 1943. After that, then goes into the TV stuff, so that there's no more sets. These are basically, because these are the, the theatrical shorts, the originals. And all of these have like commentaries and retrospective documentaries, and they usually have like some bonus from the Walt Fleischer cartoons as well. Yeah, I got that a couple times. But he asked me nicely. I just had to let him know that those are my better halves, and I could never sell them. They're really awesome, and they're right on Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure that's part of the 4 for 44 sale. So you could get like all 3 of them for like $11 each. And trust me, I got them on DVD. I paid more than that for them. Like we would upgrade, and we wouldn't. The thing is, we upgrade and we keep. So we always have a backup for stuff we really like. And Popeye is something we're huge fans of. Like how big of fans of Popeye are we? Popeye. Well, hold on. You got Popeye right here. Right here. We got to put in the washer because the cat puked on it. We got Popeye and olive oil and Bluto and of course Wimpy and Sweet Pea. Popeye Comes to Frogtown. That'd be awesome. I like that one. Okay, next up is Night School. This is actually a really cool slasher with the beautiful, lovely Rachel Ward, who was an amazing Australian actress who very, very sexy in this. A lot of people know her from Against All Odds, which is the movie she did. Was kind of a neo-noir film that she made. But I really, really love this. Like, I'm a huge slasher fan. This was one that I'd wanted for ages, and it was, God, what was it? It took forever to get them. We got them from a company anyway that took forever to get. That's 81, man. So it's like in the golden slasher year. I'm pretty sure this is 81. Let me just check to be sure though. Oh, 1980 it says here. Even better. So 1980. So you're talking about like the time when like Friday the 13th was out. So this was like really in the cusp of like the golden age of the slasher. So that's around 80, 81. So great time for us for slasher films. Definitely recommend it. Now, a lot of these are going to be like really cheesy actiony movies because the day that the sale went, I can't remember like what the company was that did it. Anyway, there's oldies.com, that's what it was. Had a Warner Archive sale once. The day that we were going for the sale, I had to go to work, and the sale was limited time, like it was over in like an hour type thing. We found out like before. I was at work, and my better half, she went in. She's a huge fan of this stuff. So she went in and bought most of the stuff. She asked me what's a couple releases that I wanted. Night School is one of them. She picked up most of the other releases, to be honest with you, but I enjoyed them. And next up is Guy Williams and Captain Sinbad. Because my better half likes these cheesy action fantasy films. And if it has the word Sinbad in it, she's going to buy it. Like we have doubled over on our Lou Ferrigno Sinbad film. It's pretty bad, but we got 2 copies of that one. Both Blu-ray. One from the UK, one from Kino. Atlantis, The Lost Continent with Anthony Hall and I think it's Joyce Taylor, yeah. So as you can see, beautiful cover. I don't think we watched it yet, but apparently this is, she likes the cheesy fun stuff. And these are the type we can watch together. Next up is one of like, there's a few of these. I think there's like 3 or, is there 3 or 5? There's a few. So anyway, so Anthony Margheriti is the Italian director. And he made a few in this series of films. What were they called again? Let's see if they say it on the back. I'm not sure if it's Galaxy something, Films Galaxy 9 or something like that. So this is one of them. This is Wild Wild Planet. And another one right here, The Snow Devils. Really great covers on these. And Anthony Margheriti is actually pretty cool. So I actually really do like these films. I've seen those a few times. Now the next two are my buys. So good or bad, I stand by them. Doc Savage, The Man of Bronze. I saw this one in theater when I was a kid. This is Ron Ely, who was my Tarzan. I grew up like watching him on TV as Tarzan, and those were reruns. But he was like, I even had like the record, Tarzan and the Eyes of the Lion, and best theme song for any Tarzan ever. This one right here. But here he's playing the character Doc Savage from those pulp novels. The one they want to remake. Doc Savage is a hard character to remake because he has a weird thing that he does. Because basically, I'm not sure if you've ever read any Doc Savage or you've seen this or not, guys. But one thing I can tell you is that he doesn't kill the villains. He does brain surgery on them. I'm not joking. He does brain surgery on them to make them upstanding members of society. Well, I don't know, man. After The Predator, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Before, I would have said yes. Then I saw The Predator, and I was like, maybe. Depends on, like, go serious with this. I'm not sure. And last but not least, you guys know I'm a huge Larry Cohen fan. And I know there's not a lot of fans for this film, but I am one of the few. And when you combine Larry Cohen directing and Samuel Fuller, the Maverick director, acting in the film, it's pretty awesome. And that is A Return to Salem's Lot. So very different. Do not go into this movie thinking you're going to get Salem's Lot. Like they probably did a lot of good stuff. Like the TV miniseries. It's not at all like that. This is Larry Cohen 100%. This is dark humor with a bit of social satire, like thrown in type of thing. Like the theme tunes, really? That's actually pretty cool. But actually, it's a really fun one. As you can see, there's 2 vampire releases that I got from The Hunger and Return to Salem's Lot. Oh, it scared me as a kid too. I'm probably around your mother's age. But Return to Salem's Lot, fun film. I love the film. It's not going to scare anyone, but that's cool. So let's look here. I'm sure there's a lot, so I won't be able to go through all the releases, but I will pick some here. The Mac. I don't think I do, man. There's a lot I don't have. I wish. And I will pick out some of the best through here that I think everybody should have. That's what we'll do it, okay? So 4 for 44, and just so you know, if you get past the 44, if you get past 4, everything after that is $11. So basically, if you buy 5, the 5th one's gonna be $11. If you buy, 3, it's gonna cost regular price. But once you hit the 4 for 44 price, then it's $11 for each one afterwards. So you don't have to buy in increments of 4. Once you hit that 4, then everything else is $11, as long as it's marked as in the 4 for 44. Do you want to watch the movie again? It is creepy. I mean, like when I saw it as a kid, I watched it from behind the sofa, like you hear like when they talk about Doctor Who and they say watching stuff from behind the sofa. I literally did watch Salem's Lot. I was in Mississauga, Ontario when it came out, and I watched it from behind the sofa. And I had like a little sofa cushion. I'd be like watching. I was a kid. It was fun. Okay, so there's some classic stuff here. Some really great stuff. Man, Trini, it's horrible. And you got it harder than me because if I was in the U.S., man, one, we'll see. Hopefully soon. Hopefully 2020 I can come. But I think I'd have to be working really. I'd be like Vinny. I would be Ubering the hell out of it. Well, I wouldn't be Ubering because I have no license. That'd be fun. But I'd do whatever it took to get some of the stuff. Anyway, there's some great stuff here right away. There's The Thing, the original Howard Hawks Thing, with James Arness as, as the green creature. Great release. The Hidden, Jack Shoulder actually spoke about this with a guy earlier on Twitter today. The Hidden is a fantastic film, one that I truly love, and I do recommend it for people out there. If you've never seen The Hidden, it's a great one. We've got Kyle MacLachlan in it. It's by Jack Shoulder. He's the guy that directed Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and it's a really well done film. Gene Hackman, Night Moves, is a fantastic little thriller. If you've never picked that one up, that's a great one. And I mean, like, there are some great stuff here right away. There's Popeye the Sailor. The 1940s volume one, which is strange. That means the 1930s ones aren't out. Odd. So they're starting with 1940. I'm intrigued about that. Be right back. You'll be right back. If you like film noir, for instance, because I got asked about film noir on here, Gun Crazy is here, and Gun Crazy is a really good one. So that I do recommend. Hammer's Horror of Dracula is here, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna find like stuff like the later ones, like the Dracula, like the horrible Satanic Rites of Dracula on here as well. Just wasn't a real fan. My favorite film noir of all time is released, and it's one of the 4 for 44. So if you don't have it, here's one. I'm going to recommend it to you right now, and this is Out of the Past with Robert Mitchum and Jane Greer. If you don't have that movie, it is a seminal like film noir that if you like film noir at all, if it's something that you're just getting into, if it's something that you've been into for a long time, if you don't own this one, it is one that you truly should have in your collection. It's got like it's got high rewatchability, and I strongly recommend it. It's when you think film noir, Robert Mitchum is one of the names that comes to mind, and it is for this film. It is for Out of the Past that his name truly comes to mind for a film noir. Batman movie. The Big Sleep with the Bogey and Bacall. You can't go wrong with that. Stuff like Dolores Claiborne, not my type, but let's go. Suspicion, which of course is Hitchcock. The Battle of Cable Hogue with Jason Robards and Stella Stevens. Time After Time. That's the thing. That's why they're classics, Kathy. That's why they're classics, man. Time After Time, I strongly recommend as well. That's one from my youth. It's got David Warner as Jack the Ripper, and Malcolm McDowell as the author whose name I can't remember. My God, I'm having the yeah, the guy that wrote Time Machine. I am so opening this up right now because I'm so peeved. H.G. Wells, thank you, Paul. I'm like, what the hell is going? Stop with this. I got a new computer, and like the Norton thing just like went on it, so I'm getting a lot of pop-ups. So I do apologize for that. So there's Wait Until Dark, great little thriller with Alan Arkin, Richard Crenna, and Audrey Hepburn. Excellent film. Stephen King, one of Stephen King's favorites actually. The Man with Two Brains, which is really fun. Hey, Cool Blue, we're talking about the Warner Archive sale. I'm giving some recommendations on here. Harper, Paul Newman is actually pretty good. Director 8072. I'm just going to make you buy more, P-Mac. Director 8072 is probably the best of the later Dracula films that Hammer put out. Satanic Rites is here too. I would love to get both of them because I don't like Satanic Rites very much, but it's one of the Hammer films. Scarecrow with Gene Hackman and Al Pacino. Wrong Man with Henry Fonda and Vera Mott. Man, there's a lot of good stuff here. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff here. Leatherface 3, it should be in the sale, man. Let me check. The Hunger's here. Like Green Slime, which I got, is here under it doesn't list it here. Yes, it does. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yep, the Leatherface 3, so Leatherface Texas Chainsaw 3D, which is really good. The, don't listen to the haters. Um, is here as well. That's one of the ones. Um, well, The City Sleeps is here, man. Village of the Damned, classic horror, is here. Ride the High Country with Randolph Scott is one of the great westerns of all time. It is the uncut one. That's the thing, right? Uh, Seahawk, Earl Flynn. I grew up like adoring Earl Flynn. I used to like have. That's why I took fencing lessons when I was young. Um, Dark Passage is one of my favorite Bogey Bacall films. A really interesting concept with that one. Superfly is here, man. The original Superfly. Bad Day at Black Rock is Spencer Tracy and Robert Ryan. Murder My Sweet with Dick Powell. Yeah, they do like well, uh, Key Largo. If you're a Batman fan, I think unfortunately he's gone now. But Batman: Mask of the Phantasm is here. The greatest Batman movie ever made, by the way. Just so you know. Yeah, I'm not going through everything. I'm like just putting some things here that I think are must-haves. Same with you, man. And come back in anytime soon. Ride the High Country. I knew you'd like that one. I gotta get together with me and Jace. Gotta make this video, man. So I'm pretty sure. Let me just see something here. Dark of the Sun is here as well. And if you never, if you're not on my Instagram or you didn't see, or my Twitter, you never heard me talk about it later. I talked about it before. Elrie Kane and Brian Sauer, who do Pure Cinema podcasts, and Brian's been in here a lot of times because I've done like a couple of Just to This podcasts with him. He's one of the people that does the commentary for Dark of the Sun, which is a fantastic movie, by the way, with Rod Taylor. So I definitely recommend it. And if you get it, make sure you check out his commentary. Um, we got Wolfen. Again, I love that film. I saw it in theater, actually. I Confess is here. I can't go through all these, but I'll go through. Speaking of Abel Ferrer, if you want to get his Body Snatchers is here, which is really, really good. One that I can strongly recommend that I really liked when I was younger, and it's one that I've always wanted. So, if you ever want to think of a Christmas gift for me, Looker, Michael Crichton, love that movie. It's kind of a mystery, kind of like a slightly in the future mystery, but I really, really enjoyed it. It's one that stuck with me for like a long time. It's not, maybe not for everybody, but I did love it. I thought it was probably one of the best, along with Jurassic Park, one of the best Michael Crichton things that I've seen. On Dangerous Ground is Robert Ryan and Ida Lupino. Again, fantastic when we come to film noir. And there's like naughty stuff, like Judgment Night with Emilio Estevez, which was actually really fun. Kind of cool little action film. Somewhere 42 is a movie that I watched when I was young, and I did have my Summer of 42, so I understand that one. That's a really good film. Bruce McCloud, fantastic movie. Um, if you like the cheesy stuff, the Black Scorpion is really cool. Colossus Roads, and then you get like the regular stuff, like the My Blue Heaven, Accidental Tourists, Running on Empty, with But there's so many like big stuff here, and like just different unique stuff. Things like the John Behemoth, like a monster film like that, or then you get like a later like Mitchum film with like the Yakuza, which I haven't seen since VHS days. Uh, Man, they got some great stuff. Lady Hawk is here. Bad Ronald, which showed on. We used to have a channel called Scream Channel, and we're Scream. We're about freaking you out. Now sit back and enjoy watching Scream. It was like a Canadian horror channel. We no longer have it. They changed it. They kind of like made it not as good. They changed its name to Dusk, then got taken off the air. But anyway, so there's this one called Bad Ronald. It was like this TV movie that's actually really cool. If you've never seen it, it's really fun. It's here. The Swarm is here. Cheesy B movie, literally B movie. I went there. Demon Seed. I actually have the original, like DVD of Demon Seed, not the made on demand, but the original. Blake Edwards' SOB, which I think is an underrated comedy that he did. Wow, there's so much. When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth is here. The Valley of Gwangi, which is the only Ray Harryhausen film I don't have that I desperately want in my collection. If you don't have that, yes, like I don't, unfortunately. A weird like coloring for the creature now, but I really like it. Vision Quest was a big one when I was a kid. Now, I swear by their Tarzan stuff. Dad has some of these. Dad's a huge Tarzan. My dad's a huge Tarzan fan. I was talking to Dad today, actually. They got Tarzan's Greatest Adventure. I'm pretty sure that's Gordon Scott. Gordon Scott, really good Tarzan. So is Jack Mahoney. Jack Mahoney actually was like the stunt man for a lot of the Tarzan films, and later on he would go. They don't ship to Canada, unfortunately, PMAC. That's the problem, right? Like they say, if you go into the website, they'll say, $10 shipping to Canada. But if you hit on any of these movies, it says only US. I actually emailed them about that, and they said they're not going to be changing it anytime soon, so I'm really peeved about that. But whether I can get it or not, I want to make sure you guys in the United States can get it and it can be talked about. Here, Illustrated Man with Rod Steiger, Showdown in Little Tokyo. There's so much. Picture Dorian Gray. 36 Hours is here. There's so many. I like performances. It's an odd film. It's directed by Donald J. Kemmel, and Mick Jagger stars in this one. It's a different film, but it's actually really good. Death Trap. PMAC does some great stuff, by the way, guys. If you haven't checked out his stuff, make sure you do. We got a lot of great YouTubers on here. Like I always say, if you got a video that you've done recently, if you want to promote it, you want to put it in the comment section down below, do so. And because the more people that find out about your stuff, awesome. Queen of Outer Space. I'm pretty sure that's Zsa Zsa Gabor. Yankee Doodle Dandy, which is a really cool James Cagney film, and I'm a big fan of Yankee Doodle Dandy. James Cagney was the Hugh Jackman of his day, right? He was a song and dance guy that became more famous for doing like more of these kind of like gangster, like action pictures. But at the end of the day, he was a song and dance man at heart. So something like Yankee Doodle Dandy would be important to him. Year of the Dragon, of course. The World According to Garp is one of my favorites. It's also my favorite books. The late Robin Williams brought the character of Garp alive. I know, it's insane. But those imaginary lines, some people are making them really, really important now, man. Ice Pirates, super cheesy fun. They were expendable. Cyclops is here, man. There's such great stuff. Maybe it's good I can't get stuff right now, man. My better half would love this. Like, she loves this type of stuff. Tarzan's 3 Challenges is here. I won't go through too many, guys. I just want to give you guys pretty much an idea of exactly what's going on with this sale. And there's a bit of everything. There's horror. Hey, and ready, welcome, dude. Hey, it's a sale that we can't do. It's the Warner Archive sale. Hey, Corey, man, how's it going? There's a Warner Archives Christmas in July sale, which is 4 movies for $44. Hey, Brian. Well, I'm sure Brian will get in on this. You state people, so lucky. And anything after the 4 for $44 is $11. So you're set either way. Great prices for this stuff. This is all Blu-ray that I'm saying, by the way. None of this here that I'm saying is DVD. Doc Savage, the Blu-ray is here. The Sunshine Boys, which is a classic Walter Matthau, George Burns one. I really like that film. I think it's odd that the Popeye one is like Popeye the 1940s is volume 1. That's like means that's 1938 to 1939, and what the ones before it aren't out on Blu-ray. Maybe that's why the guy asked me about those. If I was ever selling them, maybe it's because those aren't out. Yeah, from 1933 to 1938. and then from 38 to 1940. So they'd be starting in 1940 with the Popeyes. That's odd. Anybody know why that is? Frankenstein, 1970, pretty cheesy stuff, but it's late Boris Karloff one. Can't go through all these because there's like hundreds of pages of their stuff here. I'm just going over some of the, what I consider some of the pluses for me. Cleopatra Jones finally came. They came out after Cleopatra and the Casino of Gold came out, by the way. So Cleopatra Jones, the originals here with Tamara Dobson. Far from the Madding Crowd. If you're a fan of the Teen Titans cartoon series, that's here as well. But there's some great stuff. Some Crawford, like The Possessed. Joan Blundell's The Famous Ferguson, The Mysterious Island. Damn. You know, as much as I like to, as much as I want to hate on them for not selling to Canada, not sending the stuff to Canada, I can't. They're putting out some really great stuff, and I just have to go a different way to get them, I guess. Man from Atlantis, is here. That's the film, I think. Avengers Endgame, yeah. Will that have the extra bonus on it? Stuff on it? But there's a ton. So PMAC, what did you get? What did you get, dude? You said you picked up some stuff. Or do you want to wait? Do you want to wait to unbox it? I don't want to put you on like a thing. So PMAC does the channel, so he's probably going to wait to unbox it. So I won't ask him what he got, but he said he got a few. So make sure you check out his video when he unboxes that stuff. Paul Muni, favorite actor of mine. He did The Story of Louis Pasteur. Of course, he was in like Humoresque with Joan Crawford. I'm pretty sure that's going to be on here as well. That's a really great movie if you've never seen it. But there's a ton of stuff, and there's newer stuff. I mean, like, you want the newer stuff? I mean, like Starsky and Hutch, new one. Do you want that? Patrick Duffy, yeah, man. But some of this early stuff, like Cinema Exiles from Hitler to Hollywood, you know, that I'd kill to get stuff like that. Star 80, which is Mary Hemingway. There's a lot of good, like, really early releases here. Like even like silent stuff. And like really early talking pictures. You got some Joey Brown stuff here as well. Actually, I'm a huge fan of Haley Mills. And it was her sister. She has got a twin sister. Did you really? Because her sister was married to Maxwell Caulfield, who I'm a huge, huge fan of. He was in Grease 2. Grease 2 is one of my favorite movies. And then he played in the Dynasty sequel. Julie Mills, thanks, Gold Blue. Then he played in the Dynasty sequel, The Colbys. And she was on a really crazy soap opera that I love that was called Passions, where she played a witch. I'm a big fan of like Haley Mills and Julie Mills. They're both awesome. I think like there's a big age difference between like Maxwell Caulfield and Julie Mills, but they're like a really happily married couple, which is actually really cool. I got Parent Trap here, but it's on DVD. I don't have the Blu-ray of it. I've got more of her stuff too, but I don't remember what it is. Some of it I got packed away right now, but there's still like a lot that I got to pick up. She did this thriller. This British thriller. I can't remember the name of it, with this young guy. I'm trying to remember that episode. I don't remember that episode. I remember that George Clooney played a dog in South Park once. His Kind of Woman, Robert Mitchum, Jane Russell. Definitely want to pick up, guys. I'm both sad and glad that I can't get the sale. Marlowe, starring James Garner. That's one I would definitely grab. The original Wonder Woman pilot film from 1974 with Kathy Lee Crosby as a Wonder Woman that looks and acts pretty much nothing like the character of Wonder Woman. Like, for instance, if you were describe Wonder Woman to me. Like, what do you think? What does Wonder Woman look like to you? Are you thinking like kind of the sexy outfit, and like the long dark hair, and when she's the glasses and stuff when she's not as one. Kind of like for me, Linda. I know there's Gal Gadot and she's really good and that movie's really great, but kind of like Wonder Woman. Anyway, Wonder Woman for me was always like, will always be Linda Carter. Okay, okay, thanks. Um, yeah, it was Linda Carter, but the original like Wonder Woman was played by Kathy Lee Crosby, who's a blonde, and the costume is really badly done. It doesn't look at all like the Wonder Woman costume. Ricardo Montalban's in though. That's pretty cool, and it's a fun film. Don't expect to be anything like Wonder Woman, but it's something that I eventually got to get in my collection. And it's only on this one is only MOD. Like some of these are only MOD, like basically made on demand. That's like another one. If you like the really cheesy superhero stuff, because I will mention some of this stuff to you. Legends of the Superheroes, which is if you want to see like superheroes like doing a roast, that type of thing, you get yourself Legends of Superheroes. You mean are you talking about the one that I just mentioned, the 1974 one, or the new Wonder Woman film? The current Wonder Woman film is really good. Really well done. Gal Gadot's perfect for the role. There's some great sequences in it. The villain is probably the weakest part of the film, and he's a really great actor. I won't say who it is because there's a reveal. You'll guess it, trust me, on this one. But that being said, there is some amazing sequences in that film, and you really should check it out. It is one of the better superhero films that has come out. Hey there, son. Dude, are you getting any of these like? Well, I can't. Because I'm in Canada. But are you getting any of these Warner archives? Because there's like 4 for 44, and I mean like it's classic stuff, man. Wonder Woman 1984. I'm looking forward to that actually. Like they got a lot of Blu-rays. They got like DVDs here as well. Uh, Pretty Maids on a Row is a Rock Hudson film that I don't have, that I would love to have. I got the Betsy on DVD already, and it's a Harold Robbins book that was made into a film. It's just something for me. Bad Day at Black Rock. That was one of the first ones I looked at there. That's personal favorite of mine is the Betsy. So I don't even remember why. I just remember that I loved it. Promoting. I don't. Well, I guess yeah. Well, the character would anyway. I mean, like his Wonder Woman after all. Um, Same as Captain Marvel, I guess. Talk to you later, Miss Thing. Have a great evening there. Night Moves, excellent one too. Just stacking up on some Mitchum. There's some great stuff. Are you getting near the past, Jason, or do you already have that one? Reanimator Steelbook. I got that one. I'm peeved with my Reanimator Steelbook because I got that. I'm not sure you got the one I got or not. I got the Arrow one that was done by. I can't remember where it came from. Anyway, whoever put it out, they gave it a one disc when it's a 2 disc set. So I don't have the integral cut of the film because the Blu-ray Steelbook that I got only has one disc, which is really got to me because all the good stuff is on that second disc. Uh, but it's a really good looking Steelbook. But man, there's a ton of great stuff. Even like the classic stuff, like we get like the Jetsons or Gay Prix, which is like a cat like an animated cat film. You can few the DVDs. Man, you're lucky. I don't have. This is what I got Blu-ray wise, man. This is it. I got mostly DVDs for their stuff. But there's a ton of stuff. But yeah, I don't think I can go through any more. Like it's just, and these cost so much to buy here in Canada too. That's the killer part of it. Yep, it's that's the one I held up is The Hunger with David Bowie, Susan Sarandon, and Catherine Deneuve, right? Yeah, Catherine Deneuve. Is there anything else I would recommend in horror before Prime is over? Are you in Canada or are you in the US? That'll make a difference. Like I'm in. Oh, Canada. Perfect. Oh, yeah. You were here yesterday, weren't you? All right. You got Tales from Dark Side? Yes. Perfect. Excellent. That is a strong recommendation. Um, if you're a Doctor Who fan, I do recommend those, by the way. When you get like 80 something dollar DVDs, like sets and Blu-ray sets, are done like $39. It's pretty cool. All right. So what do we got here now? Anything new? So, oh, there it is. The Reanimator Steelbook. That's the one I got. The GPU on the disc. Gotta let you know that. I'll show you the Steelbook actually. It's really a sexy looking Steelbook though. I'll show you. So if you got iTunes, then I think maybe still they had like Reanimator for $3.99, so you get the integral cut, which is the other cut you want. That's the disc that you're missing. That's what I did in Ready. I missed out on it first, but then I went back and I grabbed it because I got another copy in. Because luckily, my place was the last HMV that was opened up in Canada. So let's see what we got here in the sale. If you are a fan of The Purge, oh God, it's been a couple years now. I did, and I'm not sure, Kubrick Lover, if you watched my channel at the time, but I did this thing called the HMV Chronicles, where I chronicled like every time I went back to HMV and what I bought, and I talked about it, and it was some of my more popular earlier videos that I did. So the Purge films, you can buy all 4 of them for $21. So if you don't have those, they're more action, like really than horror. Like the first one is supposed to be horror, but it's kind of comical horror. But I do think that's a good price for them. Like the silly part is like the Prime Day deal for the Blu-ray is $21 for the set for all 4 of them, and for the DVD it's $29. Yeah, like you lost it a year before us, like in the United States. Like you lost it like around a year or so before. We actually lasted with HMV longer than you did here because we sold more. People bought more titles at HMV than they bought in the U.S. Unfortunately. But yeah, there's not a lot on here, man. I'm only seeing The Purge when I went to the horror section of the deals, of the Prime Day deals. Which is odd because I just saw Reanimator on another page. Okay, here we go. The Purge is here. Unfriended, I guess maybe. Death Race Collection, if you want those 4 movies on DVD. But I definitely recommend The Purge. Purge movies are fun. Frank Grillo especially is like really great in these films. I watched this really fun movie that he did on Netflix actually. With oh God, it was really good too. Me and my other half watched it, and we actually watched a good Adam Sandler movie, Murder Mystery. It's actually really good. Okay, the Friday the 13th Ultimate Collection is here for like $33. Not exactly. No, sorry. It's $33 normally. It's here for $24, so that's regular price anyway. Very ridiculous. Much more realistic now than it would have been, I don't know, 4 years ago. But still, very, very ridiculous. When you think of like okay, they're gonna have a day when. Yeah, that's what we thought too. We had fun with it. I mean, like we thought it was like a really fun film and very different. I would recommend it, Tommy. New Halloween's on Prime for $9.99. Good one. Good catch, by the way. But as I'm going through here, I'm not like seeing like a ton of stuff that stands out. If anybody knows of anything, like it's not well, like it's not done really well, as in like you got to look through in order to find stuff on the Amazon sale. Got to check my order. Apparently, I don't believe this, but my Doctor Who Tom Baker Season 7 coming on Friday. If it does, we'll do an unboxing. We'll talk about it. I'm very familiar with that season. It's his last. My Doctor Who Tom Baker complete first season, not shipped yet. Probably is not going to ship for a few weeks if they get it back. And my John Pertwee complete season 4. October 15th, which is good because I'm going to review one of the cereals on that for Halloween. So, it's cool. Baker is the man. Like, seriously. He did an awesome job. But I do think that Underworld Collection of Blurry, thanks, Mug. Like, there's a lot of different ones that are on here. You just got to look around. Like, when they showed there's a lot of horror TV stuff as well. I'm not sure if a lot of it's on sale, though. That's the thing. The Tales from the Dark Side, if you didn't get that one, like, I recommended it. That's one thing I can do. Let me share the Reanimator Steelbook. That's on sale right now. It ends. Okay, sorry. It's 100% claimed. So that the Arrow stuff goes pretty quickly, apparently. Tom Baker's your favorite as well. Well, he just embodies like that character. He's just really uniqueness to it. So this was the Steelbook that was on sale. I'll show you. So here it is. I'm pretty sure this is the same one. Let's look up here. Yep. So this is the Reanimator Steelbook. For anybody that picked it up. Great art. The only issue that I have is you open it up. One, you get the booklet, which is awesome. And I got a card, which is the Ghoul. But Reanimator is a 2-disc set. The Steelbook edition of it. See what's missing, Paul? And just, yeah. Oh, yeah. But what's on that disc? You're thinking, it's a disc. Is it an important disc? Well, this is the unrated version of the film, which is great. But the big disc that I wanted it for was the integral cut. So both the R-rated cut, rated, and TV version had, I'm looking on Blu-ray.com here, by the way, I'm checking this out. Oh, dude, that's perfect. Let her know that I'm a fan. But yeah, the integral cut is here, and I guess any special features that are on disc 2, which was the integral cut, plus a 54-minute guide to Lovecraftian cinema. Sorry, I'm not going to finish that sentence. But I'm peeved. And Doug Bradley's Spine Chiller's Herbert West Reanimator is an audio supplement featuring Jeffrey Combs reading Lovecraft's original short story. An hour and 30 minutes. Okay. I'm not upset. You know what kills me about this, Tommy? I bought this at Sunrise Records. Great people. See, dude, you already got the white. Oh, yeah, oh, that's cool. I had both of them in my hand. I had the other edition. I had the other edition in my hand. It wasn't the white box set. It was like the regular Blu-ray case, right? And it said 2 discs, this set. I said, I'm going to pick that up. Then I saw this. It looked really shiny. It looked really nice. I'm like, no, I got to pick this up. It's shiny. But the thing is, Corey, that the regular edition, there's a regular edition of this out now that still has the integral cut, that still has 2 discs in it. I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure they put out like a regular edition of it as well. And that's what kills me, is that I still could have had it. I still could have that second disc. But now I'm going to go on iTunes, okay, pay $3.99, and I'm going to get the Reanimator again, but it's gonna be unfortunately until I can pick up like a physical copy, just so I can watch those features and see the integral cut. Then I'll buy it down the road. But still, it's really sexy. It's really cool looking, and it's nice having your collection. I don't know. I mean, like this is the first one of those that I bought, right? But you never know. Oh, I don't know if I want to tell my better half this, but the Harry Potter 4K stuff is on sale. $109 for the 8-film collection of Harry Potter. Which, if you are in 4K, it's pretty cool. There's the Fantastic Beasts films, which I'm not into at all, unfortunately. I wish I was. Anybody into those? Did anybody like get into that, like the Fantastic Beast stuff? I just couldn't. My better half, I think she's watched a bit of it, but especially the second one, I found it like iffy. Could be just me. I can't, you know. I might get into it later, but right now I just haven't. I'm trying to see if I can find some more of these, like kind of really good deals here for you guys. Because there's still a few hours on Amazon sale. 7 hours left, right? Trying to see if there's anything here. Well, in horror-wise, if any of you guys are in 4K, for instance, Us, the first Purge. I still haven't seen the first Purge. I don't own it. I PVR'd it, and I want to buy it down the road. The first film. Which one? The Purge films. Well, the first Purge is the one. It's like the new. It's like in the prequel. I want to see that one. The original Pet Cemetery. Yeah. Normally, I mean, like there's certain like times when there's certain things that can't get here for 2 days, but we got 2 day shipping. When I was in Newfoundland, it's an island, right? So you you didn't get 2 day shipping. Doom Asylum, it depends, man. How cheesy do you like your films? If you like cheesy, like Z-grade type stuff, sure. Yeah, Doom Asylum is a lot of fun. But if you don't, it's not going to win you over if you don't already like that stuff. But if you're like me and you like the really cheesy stuff, you're probably going to have fun with Doom Asylum. It's because it's a fun little release. It's trying really hard to be like kind of Nightmare on Elm Street-ish. If this is the one I remember correctly, because I don't own it, right? But if I remember correctly, it's a lot of quips. Yeah, I remember having fun with it. So don't kill me if it's not the best, but I remember it being kind of fun. The original Pet Cemetery is here on sale. Halloween is here on 4K as well. Us, which I think is actually really good. I don't know what people were looking for when Us came out. There was a lot of complaints. He's not, good. And Ready's there you go. And Ready knows his stuff. I think people are maybe expecting another M. Night Shyamalan type twist at the end type of thing, which they didn't go for. In Us, there's the twist, but it's kind of like it's telegraphed. You're kind of meant to see it coming type of thing, and I think pretty much everybody did. But it was never meant to be a twist like that in the same way. I'm a big fan of the film anyway. I'm also a big fan of Lupita. She's gorgeous. Yes, dude, for $19.99, it really is worth picking up. It's an hour release, man. How many hour releases do you get for like $19.99? And more than likely, there'll also be some great features on there as well. Waterworld. The limited edition was on sale here, by the way. Talk to you later, Mug. Have a great evening there, man. Thanks for coming in. There's so many sales, and like they're all going on right now. Like the Prime Day sale, we got the Winter Archive sale going on. It's insane. I mean, like if you're a collector, it's a wonderful time to be a collector, but you work hard because your Ham's basket case is a good one. I'm a huge Frank Henlotter fan. I got the second sight, like the Steelbook and basket case. That's why I've never upgraded because it has all three films with the features and that. So let's look at that one here. Helps if I spell it right. Oh my God, I am going to flip. So let's bring up Arrow Video. First, let's get the heck out of here. Arrow Video Blu-ray. There we go. See if we can see anything here that looks to be on sale, like price-wise. Anything looks to be in the stuff. So, Last House on the Left is there for like $14.99. That's a Prime Day deal. This is a really good price for that one, by the way. Doom Asylum's $19.99. Great, that's definitely a great deal for that one. Don't see the basket case there on sale. Maybe I'm looking at a different one. Good price on Pulse, by the way, for $27. I didn't get the Steelbook. I got the regular, well not the regular, the limited edition they put out, and I figured that was good enough, for that release. Yes, only those are the only two I'm seeing right now. Is the like they still have that the Doom. I would definitely go for Doom Asylum if I had the money. I don't right now, but it's a fun little one. Ah, Schlock, which is John Landis. This is his first film actually, is on sale for $24.99 here. There's another Arrow release for you. Did you hear that they're rebooting the Power Rangers again after the last film that they just recently did? The reboot recently, which I actually liked. Rage of Honor is here for $26. That's actually a good price for that movie anyway. The Jackal is $17. So's the Raven. Wow, there's some nice price stuff here, guys. Like just regular nice price stuff. Sleeping Dogs, Sam Neill is $14.99 right now. That's a Prime Day deal. So we're finding, thanks to you guys, we're finding some nice Prime Day deals. I think the Reanimator Steelbook is sold out right now. Because it hit the 100%, right? You can give it a shot, right? But I'm saying right too much. Yep. So we got. See, I want stuff like Murder Rock to come on like as a Prime Day deal. But no, and the Psychic, but the Scorpion ones aren't going to be Prime Day deals. Nope. Not at all. Psychic's another movie I really like. Jennifer O'Neill, I would love to have that one. Lucio Fulci. But anyway, there's definitely some great deals there. Some stuff that I seriously love and that I wish I could get my hands on. Gotta win the lotto, guys. Gotta win the lotto. But there you go. Here we go at like 79 minutes, going in 80 minutes. We have talked about the new Vinegar Syndrome stuff coming out. We looked at the Warner Archives sale, the 4 for $44. Definitely check that out if you live in the United States for sure. If you live in Canada or the UK, we're out of luck because they're not shipping to us, which is wrong. I got to look into the Popeye thing. I'm kind of really surprised that the first volume is the 1940s Popeye on Blu-ray. So that's like from 1933 to 39. That's not available on Blu-ray. Hold on, I gotta look up. Popeye on Warner Archives. All right. So Popeye the Sailor, made on demand, 1999 for the DVD, and for the Blu-ray it's $21.99. Popeye the Sailor, the 40s, Volume 2. And apparently the ones that I got, the Popeye the Sailor DVDs that I got, the first volume of that one's gone up to $35, and that's a made-on-demand one. The one I got is actually an original release before it went to made-on-demand. That's like those Popeyes I got, those aren't MODs. I'll show you. This is what the original DVD editions of Popeye look like, by the way. So you can see artwork on both sides. See the stuff that it's about. Slips out again. It always does that on my. And there's the 4 discs right there. Just to show you. That's the original release. No MOD. I'm really proud of these sets. I'm way more proud of these sets now that I know that they're got an MOD status. I love it when I get something that's original. I'm probably going to put these in some like cases soon so that they don't get scratched or anything like that. Robin Williams did an amazing job as Popeye. It's a shame the movie didn't do better. I guess we went with the musical and stuff like that. It kind of turned some people off, but I thought it was fun. And you got the guy from from Pieces as Bluto, right? Which is actually pretty cool. And of course, Shelley Duvall killed it as Olive Oyl. Scream Factory don't ship to the UK? That's something Scream Factory should look into. That's a mistake. Scream Factory's had, I'll be honest with you guys, Scream Factory is a Summer of Fear sale on. I can talk about it in a future video if you guys want me to. I haven't had a lot of people actually mention or ask me to talk about it because they were not big on Summer of Fear sale. They didn't think it was that impressive. That's why I haven't actually gotten into that one, because that is another sale that's going on right now. And I do usually like to talk about all the sales that are going on. But I'll be honest, I've had people say, I'm just not, I'll buy Scream Factory, but the sales are horrible. So, yeah. Summer Fear sale when it started, Zombies, was amazing, was great. I looked forward to it. The first Summer Fear sale was incredible. There'd be rotating movies, a top 6 or 8 basically, and then there'd be this kind of backlog page that you go into, and you'd be able to buy some older stuff for really cheap prices. Their prices have gone through the roof since then, and it's a shame. I do like Scream Factory. I like the stuff that they do. I like a lot of the stuff they put out. I'm very proud of the Halloween set, of having that, for instance, and Nightbreed. But it's just a real. I mean, I'm going to buy the Omen set, but it's a shame that they've gone the way. Now it's they're good, but they're not great. There's companies that I don't buy from. I don't buy from Dark Force because you know why. But if anyone wants to send me Dead Pit, I'll take it, but I will never. I will buy myself. But anybody wants to send me that stuff, I would love it. The Creepshow Blue, and the Creepshow Blue is actually pretty cool. I actually got that for cheaper than 40. I got it for less than that, which I kind of lucked out with that one. But I thought it was a fun release. It was a good release. They did a solid job on Creepshow. No, it's a shame they couldn't have got the documentary, but there was rights issues there. They couldn't get the documentary. I do recommend picking up the documentary. Creepshow, it's really good, by the way. Yeah, Arrow is a lot easier to collect. There's like more distributors you can buy from Arrow, like really, really easy. Vinegar Syndrome, I'm known. It's not everybody's a fan. I'm a huge fan, obviously, Mr. VinSyn. But I think the Vinegar Syndrome is tops when it comes to sales and when it comes to getting movies to people. Like insanely good, like insanely good. Like you got to have that. Like customer service, and you're shipping to different countries. You got to know your stuff. You got to be knowing your stuff. Warner Archives don't know their stuff. They got great releases, but they don't know their stuff when it comes to sales and shipping. They need somebody in that office that can drag him to the 21st century. I got to look at up and like everybody tells me to like to check out Bull Moose. I haven't checked them out yet. Are they like good shipping wise, like Bull Moose? I've never checked them. People keep saying you got to go to Bull Moose. You got to go to Bull Moose. And is Bull Moose American, Canadian? Because I honestly do not know. It sounds like Canadian. I mean, like when I hear the word Bull Moose, I uh, I think Canadian. If it's not Canadian, I mean that it totally should be. You should not be like an American company calling yourself Bull Moose. I'm sorry. No, you should. We are all about the moose. I live in Canada. I see moose in my backyard. Let's see where they're from. Oh, they gotta be Canadian. I just saw them mention the Dave Matthews Band. That's Dave Matthews is very, very, yeah, that's a very Canadian thing. Um, what? It's in the U.S. Are you serious? Is Bull Moose in the States? Dude, you got the name. You mentioned the Dave Matthews Band. You had the name Moose in your title. You kind of expect that. You do expect that to be Canadian, though, don't you? Like, I'm Canadian. Moose, big here. Like, Moose big. Talking about Tarzan, right? Right across the water. Okay, maybe they're Canadian fans because talking Dave Matthews like that's so Canadian. The only other thing they can do put Moosehead beer from on here as well, or a puddle of bats. That'd be totally. Did they ship to Canada? Let's find out. Because shipping is key. Where the heck is their shipping at? FAQs, maybe. Do you ship to North Korea, Fredonia, Panama, Narnia, or Canada? We only ship within the U.S. at this time. Well, Boo Moose, goodbye to you. Nice. Let me know if you find Doom Asylum. Don't curse me too much. I think it's a fun film. Do you know what's good, really, to double feature Doom Asylum with? Though it's not on sale, and it's not from Arrow Video. It's a movie that's like even like totally it's way cheaper than Doom Asylum and probably not as good. I want to see if it's here. It's called Dream Maniac. It's put out by I think by Full Moon. I don't see it here. But Dream Maniac anyway. If you ever get a chance to see that, it's one of the Grindness releases that they put out. Oh, here it is for $10.11. Let's see if it's actually from their immerse from like a. Nope, it's actually sold from them. So if you've not checked out the David Dakota classic Dream Maniac, I recommend it with a caveat that you know going in that you're going to watch an extremely bad movie. Dream Maniac is the type of movie where you get some friends over, you have some beer, and you sit and you turn it on, and you have a blast. That's the best way to watch that type of movie. You know the type of film I'm talking about, right? Like The Things, or like or the Dream Maniacs of the world. And basically, it's like there's like super cheesy bad movies. Yeah, $10 actually, only one in stock. But they're but you got a bunch of friends and you're like, let's watch something really crazy, really cheesy, really bad. Uh, Germanics that. That's exactly what that is. It is about a succubus who gets invited to a teenage party, and if you're a male, you might wince a bit in a couple scenes, but it's super bad and it's worth it for the ending sequence that just makes no sense, but I thought it was fun. Anyway, guys, thank you. With 90 minutes, that's a full-length feature film. So if you guys have stayed here the entire 90 minutes, thank you so much. We got into a lot today, and I'm still curious about why there's early Popeyes aren't on Blu-ray. That's the tricky one. I am Aaron. It is seriously time for the thank you, Paul. Everybody on here that has, like, a lot of people on here, if you're newer or you say if you're not talking, a lot of these people that are talking here, they got their own YouTube channels and they're fantastic. Make sure that you check them out. From Enready to Kubrick Lover to just go look at their stuff, because you see their names there. Check out their stuff. They have some awesome channels with some awesome like content. Make sure to check that out. I'm Aaron. You guys are the Movie Club. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. There's way too many sales lately. It seems like just when I stop talking about one, another one pops up. I promise I'm going to get to that film noir video very soon. These sales have to stop so I can do that. All right, I'm closing my computer, and I will see you later. Enjoy your Doom Masala, man, and I'll talk to you soon.